Hello, good afternoon. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Prime Minister Fundell Stewart says Barbados has done remarkably well in keeping healthcare accessible, available and affordable. He says, however, the time has come to re-examine how things are done in that area. He expressed this view during a recent meeting at Illawarra Court with 7 high-achieving students from the Department of Health Sciences at Coastal Carolina University in the USA. They spent a week in Barbados learning about the island's healthcare system. Prime Minister Stewart says during the past 6 years, the Western world has gone through some difficult times, and the challenges thrown up by the global financial crisis had made it necessary to revisit and focus on the financing of education and healthcare. The Fair Trading Commission has handed down its ruling in the proposed merger of Cable and Wireless Communications PLC and Columbus International Inc. or FLO. The FTC says the merger should be approved once certain conditions are met. In a release, the CEO of the FTC, Peggy Griffith, says the Commission has considered the overall efficiencies of the merger and the anti-competitive effects which the merger will create in both the landline and internet services. Besides several physical conditions, the companies involved must also adhere to several behavioral conditions so that existing customers of both companies are not in any way disadvantaged. Ms. Arlene says the merged entity must adhere to its commitment that all current Lime and Flow broadband and television tariffs will be set at whichever level is the lower of the tariffs offered by the two companies. Within 3 months of the date of the merger being effected, in accordance with its commitment, the merged entity must offer the same prices, products and service standards to customers in areas not passed by any competing fixed voice network as those offered to customers in areas passed by a competing fixed voice network. The merged entity must also adhere to its commitment that all current Lime and Flow broadband and television tariffs will be set at which level is the lower of the tariffs offered by the two companies. Charges are likely to be laid soon against a man held by police in connection with the death of another man following an altercation in the Pine St. Michael earlier this month. Michael Harewood, 49 years old, was reportedly struck by an object then and was admitted to hospital. He succumbed to his injuries on Wednesday. Barbados is missing out on an untapped steel pan market. Director of Headline Act Mosaic Steel Pan Orchestra, David Walcott, made this remark while speaking to the press at the Barbados Hilton Resort. Mr. Walcott says the steel pan industry is big business as it is becoming more and more in demand.
Presently, there's a degree in Trinidad where you can do a certificate and then move on to a degree whereupon is the primary instrument. I would love to see that happen at maybe BCC or UE. Where there's the degree and you take particular focus on steel pan and development of steel pan. It doesn't necessarily have to be only the plane. It could be the manufacturing of the pan, chroming, even down to making the sticks in the cases. It's a big business.
Mr. Walcott adds that there is an industry for the manufacturing of the musical instrument. He says that schools should try to include the instrument in their timetable.
There's a company in United States called Panyard Inc. and they do every single thing down to key rings. Stands, they do merchandising, they do the pans, they specialize in special hammers. They've invented a whole set of technology pertaining to pan, and they're not even in the Caribbean. So I think even the Polytechnic, if we can look at manufacturing pans, manufacturing stands, the craftspeople to making the cases and exporting, there's a big market for pans throughout the world.
Barbadians are among a group of 400 young men and women to take part in the global multi-billion-dollar mobile application and animation industries. The Caribbean Development Bank, along with partners, will fund training under the Caribbean Animation and Technology Capacity Building Program, Carib Anitech. The Barbados-based CDB will jointly finance the 2-year program, which builds on previous and ongoing work to promote the growth and development of the animation and mobile applications software development sectors in the region. Carib Anitech will offer young entrepreneurs the opportunity to learn critical business skills, connect with investors, and benefit from a strategic network. It will also provide the animation industry with the trained animators it needs to qualify for international contracts. Hotels should seek to partner with Barbadian artists more frequently to boost the tourism package. This is the view of soca queen Alison Hines while speaking to press at the site tour for the upcoming Spice and Company live-in concert at the Hilton Barbados Resort. She says that tourists are traveling to experience the country's music and culture.
I can't think of a place right now where you can go outside of Crop Over to be able to see talent from Barbados. And I don't say local talent because it ain't local. I am not local. It is Barbadian talent, and it is, you know, there needs to be some place for not just Bajans to be able to experience and see, but for the tourists to be able to come and get a taste of who we are.
The soca queen cautions, though, that the package must be attractive for both the audience and the performers.
I think, you know, a lot more hotels should definitely look at, and not something cheesy, something very hip and modern and upbeat, and, you know, something that's going to attract younger people as well as, you know, that can attract people across the board and not, you know, just a particular demographic, but will appeal, has something in it for everybody.
Small states, that is, are experiencing a brain drain as a result of their skilled workers looking to greener pastures. This is according to editor of the book, Migration and Development, Perspectives from Small States, Wonderful Hope Conje. He was speaking at the Commonwealth book launch at the Hilton Barbados Resort. He adds that the book is paying close attention to the challenges of small states within their specific context.
Small states in the Pacific would be different to small states in the Caribbean, and so would small states in the African continent and in Europe. So small states have got challenges. It's a double-edged sword for them. They do not have the capacity to benefit fully from the benefits of migration, and at the same time they do not have the specific capacity needed for a country to be able to stop, not only to stop, but to withstand from the losses from migration.
Professor Andrew Downs at the University of the West Indies is suggesting that to regain some balance to the challenge of brain drain, West Indian lecturers who are overseas should return for brief stints to share their knowledge with those willing to learn at tertiary institutions.
We can enhance the benefits of the university and its international character by drawing on West Indians who are stationed at universities overseas to help to come and teach on a short-term basis. And now that we are now utilizing all forms of technology, ICT and so forth, that they can now actually deliver courses from where they are, whether it's Harvard, MIT, Oxford, Cambridge, or Manchester, whatever, to students in the university. So I think over time we might be in a position to make maximum use of the diaspora, much more than we have, and beyond remittances.
The work of the Child Care Board not only lies in the management of children's homes on the island. There's also an ambitious program which seeks to provide assistance to those wards who need help adjusting to life after state care. That project is called the Community Reintegration Program. It's one co-producer DeCarla Applewhite says needs support. Several fundraising activities were staged in the past to help those in the program, and this year is no different as a benefit concert dubbed Caribbean Praise Fest 2015 is slated for the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium tomorrow night.
This year we thought we've just come up with like Queens of Gospel, and you know, Gospel Fest is coming up. Let's see what we can do different to help mobilize people. It's like we're doing a little Indian giving. We giving to get. We are giving you some high-bound entertainment with Caribbean gospel. We're looking at homegrown gospel. We're bringing it right home.
Acts include Shine the Light, New Dimension Ministries, the CP School Choir, alongside contemporary gospel artist Jamaican Ken Doughty. We'll have regional and international news after this break. Stay with us.